But I wouldn't want you to fall again. Stairs do more damage than driveways. He definitely saw me trip. He smiles at my expression. This guy is too confident for his own good. I follow him, holding the banister in case my clumsiness makes a second appearance. Jackson turns left at the top of the stairs. We pass a bedroom with a burgundy comforter and a canopy that any little girl would go bonkers over. After the bedroom, there's a bathroom with a giant clawfoot tub and a mirror with gold-plated frame. He stops at the end of the hall in front of a small door that looks like it could use a fresh coat of paint. The doorknob's shaped like a flower with shiny brass petals. A daisy, maybe? I twist it, and the wood groans, and the door swings open. I gasp. Like it? Jackson asks. My mother was over here all week moving this furniture in and fixing it up for you. To my right is a dark wooden bed with 4 posts. To my right is a dark wooden bed whose 4 posts are carved with flowers. A matching flower carved vanity with a marble top and a delicate nightstand with an old lamp made of yellow glass. Directly in front of me is an armoire. I love armoires. Next to my bed is a small white rug for cold mornings. And overlooking the front lawn is a window seat with white lace cushions. It's a real dump, I say. Jackson laughs, and an approving smile crosses his face. I run my hand along the ivory lace bedspread and down the comforter. My black duffel bag looks unsophisticated in comparison with these antiques balanced on sloping wooden floors. Unsure of what to say next, I pull my lip gloss from my pocket and pop off the cap. This is the longest conversation I've had with someone my own age in years. Jackson lifts my bag off his shoulder. Where do you want this? I'll take it. I reach out to grab the strap, but I misjudge his movements. And instead of smoothly lifting the bag out of his grasp, as I intended, I smear my open lip gloss on his hand. He stops and smiles. Pink's not really my color. Sorry, I say quickly. I don't usually attack people with my lip gloss, as though some people use lip gloss as a weapon. What am I even saying right now? All I can think to do is wipe it off with my hand, which I do awkwardly. More of a swat than a wipe. Really? His grin widens. He puts my duffel down and grabs a tissue from my vanity. Jackson lifts my hand with the strawberry flavored smear on it. He turns my palm up and lightly runs the tissue over it. My heart gallops. I don't even like blondes. It's not going to break, I say. My hand, I mean. It's not going to break. I'd rather not take any chances. His confidence is starting to frustrate me. He's begging... He's hogging it all and should really leave some for the rest of the planet. No, I have not. I'm not a big autobiography person. Honestly, it takes a lot for me to get into any book. Like, it has to grab my attention from the beginning. He looks from my hand to my face. Who knows what you'll attack me with next? I take my hand back. What? Oh yeah, no, I won't touch you. Shit, really? He nods, barely containing a laugh. See you in school tomorrow. Don't laugh at me. You probably never had an awkward moment in your life with all your floppy blonde hair and tanned skin. So shut it. He disappears down the hall, lit by small lamps, and for the first time since my dad got sick, I actually feel like myself. Chapter 2, Pleasant Company. Vivian and I look silly at this long dining room table with our takeout food. This thing's meant for 8 people with crocheted placemats. I spear a bite of ravioli from the plastic container and offer Vivian some. She shakes her head. My dad's the chef in the family, which kind of makes sense since he's a spice importer. Vivian doesn't cook much, and when she does, it's always steak and potatoes, and I'm a vegetarian. Your father always used to talk about his childhood here, Vivian says. Not to me. He never wanted to talk about Salem, especially in the past year since my grandmother died. I didn't even know we still owned this house until a couple weeks ago. I guess he and Merriweather were longtime friends. She continues with a tinge of judgment. I think she's sweet. I take a bite of garlic bread. Vivian crinkles her nose. Too sweet. I bet she's nosy as anything. I don't know. I'm not going to agree with Vivian about Miss Merriweather, who seems perfectly nice. Watch. She'll be sending her son over to gather information for her. Vivian shakes her head, then with an eye roll, she continues. But I bet you wouldn't mind that. I stop mid-bite. I really don't care one way or the other. Uh-huh. Well, it wouldn't hurt you to try and make friends here. She dabs the corners of her mouth with her napkin, and a small amount of cranberry lipstick marks the linen. My fingers tighten around my fork. You know it ends in disaster anyway. It's only a matter of time before someone gets hurt, or their parents forbid them to spend time with me. People are disappointing. Still, you'll have to curb the attitude a bit. Smile, even. Vivian's subtle judgments poke at my fears that this place will turn out to be just like the city. Maybe I'll visit Miss Merriweather. I watch for her reaction. Learn by example. Vivian raises one perfect eyebrow, trying to assess whether I'm serious. 4 months ago, she would have laughed at that, and I would have meant it as a joke. I close the ravioli container with a sigh. As a child, I used to follow Vivian everywhere. My dad called me her personal fan club. Vivian loved it. She's always her best self while being admired. But since my dad was admitted to the hospital, there's been some tension between us. And since I found out we had to move, it's ballooned into something I don't even know how to step back from. I push my chair away from the table, and Vivian winces as it scrapes against the floor. I don't say anything as I exit the dining room, which looks like it was plucked from an old British movie. The only thing missing are white-gloved servants and pleasant company. Hi, Bling Queen. It's a short walk to the stairway. I pass a bathroom with dark mulberry walls and another room I can only describe as a ladies' tea room, which looks out over the rose garden. I grab the railing and take 2 steps at a time. When I reach the top, the only light is the one coming from my room, which glows a soft yellow and at the end of the hallway. Vivian's room is at the end of the other hall. Probably her way of trying to get as far away from me as possible. Vivian and I were never the cuddly type or people who worked things out with a heart-to-heart. But I can't say this divide doesn't bother me either. I wish my dad were here. These old rooms must be filled with his memories. Maybe being here is a good way. Let's try that again. Maybe being here is good in a way. Distracts me from constantly worrying. I push open my door. Seriously? My once neatly folded clothes in my armoire are now in a heap on the floor. I inspect the armoire latch to see if it's broken. It seems fine. Maybe I just didn't close it all the way. That's one way to unpack, Vivian says, standing in my doorway. These were all put away an hour ago. Must have piled them too high. Maybe we have a ghost who doesn't like you. Vivian smiles. I'm sure she's trying to lighten the mood, but this move to Salem has left me a little raw. Hilarious, I say. And she turns down the dimly lit hall and away from me. A pair of black sweatpants rest on top of the pile of clothes, and I trade my jeans for them. As I straighten the mess, I assess my new room. Pictures of my dad rest on the old trunk under the far window, and my mother's jewelry box is on the vanity. I try to imagine my parents hanging out in this room when they were young. I put the last folded shirt back in its proper place and close the armoire, tugging on it to make sure it's latched. I pick up the small golden picture frame off my trunk before plopping onto my down and lace-covered bed. In the picture, I'm 4 years old and sitting on my dad's lap outside a cafe in Paris. His cheek rests on top of my head, and as I hold my cream puff with both hands. He's just smeared a bit of cream on my nose, and I'm laughing. This was the trip where we met Vivian, before I started going to school and stopped traveling with him as much. How can I start school tomorrow without you? How can I start school tomorrow without you here to give me a pep talk? I ask the picture. I'm really not looking forward to it. These kids have to be nicer than at my last school, though, right? Sleep tight, Dad. I'll love you forever and always. I kiss my dad's picture and put it down on the bedside, near the slender vase holding a single daisy-like flower with a dark center. Looks like my doorknob. I turn out the light. I've heard mixed reviews about the Prince Harry book, but everybody I've talked to has loved the Brittany one.
We all get stuck from time to time in our circumstances, but our fear is stuck on a page we haven't yet been able to track.
This is really everything.
And when we're feeling stuck, or just a little too comfortable, we're very lucky.
Okay, chapter 3. About my last name. It's so sad that he passed away. I double check the paper in my hand and it says homeroom, room 11. I pull the classroom door open. Being the new girl is like having a target on your forehead. People either mess with you or make bets on who will hook up with you first. Really? Connection issue my ass. Hold on, guys. I have Wi-Fi, so why... It's gonna freeze, guys. Give me just a minute. Come on. I know, it just said it's going to freeze for a minute. I'm having to reset the modem, so give me just a minute. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to fix my internet. Children! You'll love it, Sammy. Did you get both books? It's a 2-book series. This is what book 2 looks like. You want to make sure you get it as well, Sammy. You're welcome. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 3:10 a.m.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 3:10 a.m.
Okay, so they're connected, so why is nothing else connected? Of course there seems to be a connection issue. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm going to try and turn Wi-Fi back on my tablet and see what happens. Give me just a minute. See what happens. Give me just a minute, guys. And you probably didn't hear me. Let's try that again. I'm reading How to Hang a Witch. Okay, let me know if it freezes again, guys, because, you know. No, it did not solve the problem. Okay, I'm going to start this chapter over again. Chapter 3, about my last name. I double-checked the paper in my hand that says homeroom, room 11. I pulled the classroom door open. Being the new girl is like having a target on your forehead. People either mess with you or make bets on who will hook up with you first. I scan the room and bite my lip. Most of the seats are taken, except for a couple in the first row next to 2 girls wearing all black. Not in the way I do with ripped jeans, but more gothic chick, lace blouses, black blazers, and skinny jeans. The rest of the room is pretty predictably preppy. That's a mouthful. What you would expect from a town bordering Boston. A place my dad calls the khaki capital. I slip into a seat by me. I freeze. I'm so used to having to defend myself that I just picked a fight without meaning to. She and the olive-skinned brunette with curly hair on the other side of her turned toward me. Considering I have a ghost in my house, yeah. Move, the blonde says. Her black eye makeup frames her icy glare. It's fine, Alice, says a girl I didn't see approach. Her dark auburn hair is perfectly tucked into a high bun, and she wears a black lace dress that flares at the waist. I'll sit here, she gracefully lowers herself into the desk on my right. The bell rings. Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Huxley. As many of you know, and as you also know, I do not accept tardiness. Welcome to your first day of 10th grade, says the stout woman with glasses and a skirt suit from the 80s. Well, she's a charmer. I pull my jacket off as Miss Huxley does roll call. She goes right past the M's without mentioning me. Is there anyone I missed? Miss Huxley scans our faces. I raise my hand. Yes? My name's Sam. I just moved here from New York. I swallow hard. I hate talking in class. Speak up. I need your full name. Her pencil taps on her clipboard. Samantha Mather? I say a bit louder. All eyes are on me and people whisper, Mather? Pardon me. Mather, is it? I did receive a notice about you. Haven't had a Mather in this school for more than 20 years. She remembers the last Mather at this school? Who? My dad? Alice and the girl next to her, Mary, I think, exchange a glance. When that crazy old lady died, I thought they were gone, Alice whispers to Mary, but keeps her cold gaze on me. I turn toward her. Don't react. Breathe. But I guess we're just not that lucky, Alice continues. The challenge in her expression shatters my thin hold over myself. Are you talking about my dead grandmother? Real classy. I do not appreciate students speaking out of turn, says Miss Huxley. How did I just wind up being the one in trouble? Alice laughs. Alice, that goes for you too, says Miss Huxley. I expect you to keep your family history out of the classroom. Got it, Alice says. Family history? This can't seriously be about my last name. For the rest of homeroom, Alice and Mary pass notes and throw sideways looks at me. I don't see this playing out well. Miss Huxley reviews the rules and hands out our schedules. Mine is delivered by someone from the principal's office. I have AP History first period, followed by AP Chem. When the bell rings, I grab my jacket and black shoulder bag. In the hallway, I wander, trying to find out which way the room numbers go. I pass a glass trophy case that has Go Witches written on it. Of course, their mascot is a witch. Still staring at the case, I walked smack into somebody. A guy with wavy dark hair and... Kaylee! Do not attack her! Sorry, guys. I don't really want to talk about it, Sammy. Where was I? A guy with wavy dark hair and high cheekbones stares down at me. Gray eyes take note of my reddening face. He's so attractive that I forget my words, and my mouth hangs open. Is there a desk somewhere I can hide under before I make any more blunders? He walks away before I can tell him I'm sorry. Sam, Jackson says a few feet in front of me. You lost? Yes, and wishing I could press reset on this day. Just looking for AP history. It's right here. He points to the door on his left. You a sophomore or a junior? Sophomore? You're a junior, though. It's that obvious, huh? You've got that upperclassman cock... Oh, holy hell. I almost called him cocky. My hands go clammy. Only worse, I just said he has that upperclassman Only worse. I just said he has an upperclassman cock. I might die. This might be the end for me. Jackson bursts out laughing. Why, thanks. I didn't think you noticed. Oh no, I didn't mean that. I meant upperclassman cockiness. Great. Now I've said both the things I didn't mean to say. My only escape is into the classroom, which I take, but he keeps pace with me. I take a seat in the back, trying to will myself to blink out of existence. Jackson takes the seat next to me, still grinning. That might be the best thing anyone's ever said to me. I stare at my desk. This would be funny if it wasn't so horrifying. Thankfully, he's being nice about it. I wish I could say that was the only stupid thing I've done so far. Not having a good first day at Salem High? I shake my head. Have you noticed a group of girls in my grade that wear all black, rich goth types? The Descendants. I venture a look at Jackson. What? Like that? He nods towards a guy and a girl entering the room. The guy wears an expensive-looking black button-down shirt and black pants, black loafers, and she has a floor-length black dress with a tailored black blazer. Her hair is in a perfect bob. Yeah, exactly like that. There are 5 of them in our school. He's the only dude. They're descended from the original witches. Everyone kind of love-hates them. People think they can curse you if they want to. I think it's total bull. You're kidding, right? But I can tell from his expression that he's not. Jackson, a girl waves from across the room. She's pretty in that equestrian sort of way. He smiles at her. Hey, sit with us, she says, gesturing to her equally preppy girlfriend. Nah, I'm good. I'm waiting for Dylan. She looks from him to me with dagger eyes. Great. One more person who doesn't like me. I'm on a roll today. I still have no working TV. What the hell? You know you want to work. Come on. Hi, Linda. I don't know how you keep finding me. I'd love to. Well, that's progress. Chapter 4. I never laugh at cookies. I stand near the curb outside Salem High, scanning the cars pulling into the pulling into the pickup area. Across the street, 4 of the descendants walk down the sidewalk. I have to admit that together they have something intriguing about them. They're hard not to watch. As they pass, people step out of their way. Everyone follows them with their eyes, though, even me. Then, all together, as if on cue, they turn and stare at me. I bite my lower lip and look away. I feel a small pinch in the back of my head. I whip around to find Alice holding a couple strands of my hair. She raises one golden eyebrow above her dark framed eyes. What the? She walks right past me and onto the street, not even acknowledging the cars. Creepy as hell. I take a step off the sidewalk, and the guy with dark hair from the hallway watches me. How are you, love? Just as I'm about to yell at Alice, Vivian's car stops with a screech. Alice catches up with the other descendants, and they continue down the sidewalk. Hey, Anna. I'm good, thank you. Making friends? Vivian asks as I get into the car. I guess she didn't just see Alice pull some of my hair out. More like enemies. I really wish I hadn't snapped at Alice in homeroom. Vivian speeds away so fast that there's the scent of burning rubber. Sam, her tone suggests I did something wrong. Honestly, it isn't entirely my fault. They have some creepy witch social order at my school. My last name isn't helping. I just want somebody to hug me and tell me I'm not awful and that it will all blow over. But that's not Vivian's way. I need my dad. Salem prides itself on its witches. The history is very real to these people who live here. Well, that's insane. I can feel the upsets from my day threatening to overtake me. She sighs. That attitude won't help you make friends. She turns a corner and I grip the door. Maybe try to understand it from their perspective. I'm not going to apologize for some dude who wore curly white wig 300 years ago and made bad decisions just because we have the same last name. It's more complicated than that, and being stubborn is only going to make it worse. That's it. Breaking point achieved. I don't want your advice. Vivian's grip tightens on the wheel as she slams on the brakes. Then you'll get what you get. I cross my arms, pulling away from Vivian's comment and away from her in general as we bounce along our driveway. I haven't been going live as much, Hope. I've maybe gone live 5 times in the last month. if even that. I beeline it for the door and I beeline it for the door the second the car stops. When I enter the foyer, the fluffy white couches and big fireplace in the room to the right catch my eye. In all my unpacking yesterday, I didn't really explore. I leaned my bag against the small wooden mail table and head for the hallway to the right of the stairs. Happy for something to distract me. Alexa, lights 100%.
Okay.
That's why I'm having a hard time. I thought my lights were all the way on, but apparently not. Where was I? I'm going to try that again. I lean my bag against the small wooden mail table and head for the hallway to the right of the stairs, happy for something to distract me. It's long and lined with doors. Portraits of dead relatives hang on the wall. I can imagine them walking down here I can imagine them walking down here with only a candle. I peek inside the fireplace room, which is probably the living room. There's a beautiful old rug and a coffee table Let's try that again. There's a beautiful old rug, and the coffee table is an antique leather trunk. The next door in the hall is closed. I push it open. Whoa, this room is huge. And to the left is a grand piano. There are a couple seating areas with white antique couches that I can imagine sitting on. Crystal decanters containing some sort of drink rest on the silver tray. With small crystal glasses, I lift the cover on the piano keys and press an out-of-tune note. As the far end of the room... Let's try that again. At the far end of the room, between the two tall windows, is a painting of a girl about my age. She wears a blue and white silk dress, draped with lace and holds a bouquet of yellow flowers. Her expression makes her look at ease, like she knew the artist. I'm intrigued. Under the painting is a small table with an open book of poetry on it. The pages are yellowed. Black-eyed Susan, I say, reading the poem title. The flower, right, that's what she's holding. And come to think of it, that's the kind of flower that's in my room, too. Something crashes behind me and I let out a small scream. I whip around to find the keyboard cover on the piano slammed shut. Not okay. Vivian calls my name and I sprint out of the fancy room, closing the door behind me. My hands shake. Yeah? I reply. Door. By the time I get back to the foyer, Jackson is standing in the middle of it holding a plate full of cookies. Don't laugh. My mother wanted me to bring these to you. Vivian gives me a look that can only mean I told you so. Or I told you they were nosy, before she turns to leave. I might agree with her, but after the day I've had, I'm grateful for anyone in that school who doesn't think that doesn't think I suck. I take the offered plate. I never laugh at cookies. Chocolate chip butterscotch. Seriously? Your mom's amazing, I say loudly for Vivian's benefit. Yeah, if you ever get hungry, stop by. My mother kills it in the cooking department. It's kind of her thing. She grows herbs and all kinds of stuff, even in the winter. A stand of What, baked boy? Oh, I haven't been here. Like, I've been making videos, obviously, but I haven't been live. A strand of sun-kissed hair falls out of place, and I stare at it for a second longer than I should. You want to stay for a bit? I was just looking around the house. I can't remember the last time I invited someone to hang out with me. If my dad were here, he would be grinning foolishly at us. And I would feel super self-conscious. Eek, sorry for hitting the camera. Four months ago, I would have awkwardly avoided eye contact with him. Now I only wish his eyes were here to avoid. Jackson pushes the loose hair off his forehead. Sure. I remove the plastic wrap from the plate of cookies, and he follows me down the hallway. I only made it to the piano room, I say with a full mouth as I walk past. I reach for the handle of the next door at the same time he does, and I almost smack him with a half-bitten cookie. He smiles. No one really talked to me in New York, especially not guys who looked like Jackson. But the way he's enjoying my awkwardness makes me want to sock him. He swings the door open to reveal a room covered floor to ceiling with books. Every dark wooden bookshelf is packed, and there are even books on the ground and on small tables. The only place without books is an old brick fireplace with bare wooden paneling on either side of it. It's not fancy like the fireplace in the living room, but I like it better. A library. I forget all about hitting Jackson. Every time I saw your grandmother, she was in this room. It's strange you know more about my grandmother than I do. I put the cookies down on the table. Why didn't you ever come visit? Jackson asks. I hesitate. I wonder what he knows about my family. Jackson's fingers graze atop. I can read, I swear. Jackson's fingers graze the top of an antique reading table, surrounded by plush armchairs. A small cloud of dust rises. It's okay if you don't want to answer. No, it's fine. I just really don't talk about my family that much. I don't have any other relatives besides my dad and my stepmom. I can tell by the expression on his face that Jackson knows what happened to him. My dad never wanted to come to Salem, so we never came. And he and my grandmother were always fighting, so she never came to the city either. I busy myself by looking through the piles of books. Charlotte used to talk about you, Jackson says. I put down the book too fast and it slips off the table on the pile, citing. Try that again. I put the book down so fast that it slips off the table. Slips off the top of the pile, sliding to the floor with a bang. My grandmother talked about me. I didn't even know she knew anything about me. We're silent for a couple seconds. He doesn't push the topic, even though I suspect he wants to. I pick up the fallen book and walk to the old fireplace. There are niches built into it, like small brick ovens for pizza. There's no guard separating it from the rest of the room. The wood floor just separating, I already read that, just ends and the brick begins. I bet this was used for cooking, I say. He laughs. Yeah? That's funny? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but then again, you're a city girl, he says playfully. I laugh, happy to be... Lost my spot. There we go. Okay. I laugh, happy to be off the topic of my family. Oh yeah, what do you know about the old fireplace? Well, we're kind of really into the history around here. Tell me about it. You guys are obsessed with it. And I build furniture, he continues, so I pay attention to I pay attention to these things. Really? My surprise is genuine. I didn't expect that he did much of anything besides look cool. Some of these fireplaces have hooks for hanging kettles and things. He ducks his head under the arched brick to get a better look. Found one. Give me your hand. I join him under the arch of the fireplace, and he grabs my arm. He grabs my right palm. His hands are lightly calloused and warm. He directs my fingers to the right. I would have never found that. Sorry. I join him under the arch of the fireplace, and he grabs my right palm. His hands are lightly calloused and warm. He directs my fingers to the left side of the arch. Crouched next to me, this close, he smells like Christmas trees. You're right. I grab hold of a small iron hook and pull it, and it moves in my hand. There's a loud creak, and we look at each other. A gust of wind blows past us that smells like old leather and dried flowers. I back out of the fireplace and, not entirely convinced, brick won't fall onto my head. Holy, I say, looking at the wall to the left of the fireplace. Part of the wood paneling has cracked open a few inches, revealing a door. You have to see this. Jackson stands next to me, eyeing the wall curiously. Eyeing the wall with curiosity. I heard some of the older houses have these. I just never seen one before. How are you so calm? We just found a secret freaking door. My volume surprises me. I run my fingertips over the edge of the door. That matches... Let's try that again. They match perfectly with the fireplace and the paneling on the wall. No one would have ever suspect. I give it a push and it swings open. Open behind it. A narrow hallway leads to an equally narrow spiral staircase. The wall inside... What, Luna? Come here. You're knocking stuff over, baby. Hold on. Stop, Luna. Baby, move. Move, baby. I need that. Adjust, Luna. Luna, adjust. Get over here. Luna Bell. That's not what I meant when I said adjust. Come here. Luna Elizabeth, come here. Come here, baby. That's a good girl. Sorry, guys. I give it a push and it swings open. Behind it, a narrow hallway leads to an equally narrow spiral staircase. The walls inside are made of the same old brick as the fireplace, and the floor has wide wooden boards like the older parts of the house. I practically shake with excitement as I step in. If there was one thing I always wanted as a kid, it was to find a secret passageway. Sam! Vivian yells down the hall. I jump out of the tiny, intriguing hallway and back into the library, pulling the door behind me. Quick, help me! Jackson grabs the edge of the door and pulls, but it won't close. The last inch. Sam, you down here? Vivian's voice gets closer. I really don't want her to see this. I haven't even investigated it yet. Take your fingers out a minute, Jackson says, reaching into the fireplace. Just as I move my hand, he pushes the hook and the door clicks shut. I've been calling you, an annoyed Vivian enters the room. We have errands to run. Okay. I try to act like everything's normal, but I'm pretty sure I'm sweating. She looks from me to Jackson and notices something's up. At least there's no way she could guess At least there's no way she could guess it's a secret door. Give me just a moment, guys. I needed to adjust it. What did I just hit? Oh, I know what it was. That is not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. Come on. That'll work. Is anybody even still here? Bueller? Well, I know you are, Mandy. Sorry, give me just a minute, guys. Ow. Shit, I think I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna regret that later. Well, that is very true. You could doze off. And I appreciate that you haven't. Finally. Well, at least it's not the Cairo. Well, hello, big boy. Come here. Come here. Look who came to say hi. 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 This is Derek. He is literally as big as Kaylee. If not, maybe a little bit bigger. Hey, come here. You want it over here, Bubba's. You want it over here. I mean, to be fair, I was trying to get you to come over here earlier, but... Yes, he is a big boy. He's at least 15 pounds. Yes, he is. Okay, we're gonna go back to our reading. Yes, we are. Come here. Come here, big boy. Okay, I think I'll do one more chapter and be done for the night. Okay, guys? Chapter 5, Let Me Be a Tree. My head smacks the car window as Vivian stops. Okay, you make a better door than a window, baby. My head smacks the car window as Vivian stops short in front of my school. I rub my neck. I slept like crap last night. Not that it's anything new. I haven't slept well since my dad went into a coma. Here, Vivian reaches into the back seat. Bring these to the class. They might soften people up a little and help with the friend problem. She hands me a box of pastries. I realize she's serious. How can I say no? This is a big gesture for her. She must be legitimately worried about me. But seriously, pastries? This isn't one of her luncheons. If I bring these in on day 2 of school, it's only going to make me look like I'm trying too hard. Those girls will jump all over it. The bell rings. Thanks. I try to muster a smile. I grab my stuff and run inside. By the time I turn down the homeroom hallway, there are only a few stragglers in sight. I swing Miss Hoxley's door open just as the second bell rings. Everyone is already settled, and the only available spot... Leave it! ...is next to Susanna, the descendant whose seat I accidentally took on the first day. What, Bubbles? You're the one who wanted up here. Okay, bye. And he's off. Just in time, Miss Mather. With offerings, I see. Miss Huxley greedily eyes the pastries. I should have dumped these in the garbage can. These are just, I thought, I brought these. Great, I sound like a complete idiot. The descendants laugh as I hand the box to Miss Huxley. I pull out my strawberry-flavored lip gloss and my notebook with my calendar in it and sit down. Miss Huxley passes around the pastry box. Everyone takes one except for the descendants. I study my calendar, pretending I'm busy. I can't help but notice that my birthday is next month. Sweet 16 my ass. I hate my birthday. My parties were so awful when I was little that a rumor started that I was cursed. By 11, I stopped celebrating altogether. Everything is already so crappy. The last thing I need is more bad luck. I circle October 27th and cross it out. I put my pen down and glance at the clock. One more minute before I can get out of here. My pen rolls towards the edge of my desk, and I make an attempt to grab it, but miss. Susanna doesn't, though. She catches it midair before it hits the ground. We lock eyes. Susanna's dark auburn hair is in another neat bun, and she wears a black lace dress. She reminds me of a ballerina in a weird way. She doesn't have that mean edge the others do either. She holds the pen out to me. Her nails are painted black. Thanks. The bell rings, and I shove my notebook in my bag and stand. The descendants don't say a word on their way out. When I'm in the hallway, people watch me. Not in that new girl way, but in that they know something I don't know way. So this is what happens when the descendants don't like you. I really don't get the social structure of this school. The book is How to Hang a Witch if you want to get a copy for yourself. Unless you're being sarcastic, then, you know.
Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Just walking past the chance to save nearly $750.
I turn the corner toward the history class. Alice's blonde ponytail and black blazer peek out from behind an open locker. She moves her hands as she speaks, and I get a glimpse of Susanna's face. I hug the wall and walk toward them. I mean, I'm going that way anyway. I told you to drop it, Alice says from behind the locker. You don't think it's strange that John's great-grandfather died last night? Susanna asks as I inch closer, trying to hear them over the crowd of students. I pull my schedule out of my back pocket and lean against the lockers to look less conspicuous. He was 90, Alice says. Yeah, but how do you explain enough, Alice says. I say we talk to her. Alice shakes her head and her ponytail glides across her shoulders. Not a chance. And don't think I didn't see you catch her pen this morning. Me? Are they talking about me? I step forward. Why would Susanna want to talk to me about someone's great-grandfather dying? So, come on, out with it. Let's try this again. So, come on, out with it, Jackson says near my ear. I jump, sending my elbow into the metal lockers. Alice whips around at a loud, Alice whips around at the loud clang and finds me 2 feet away from her, staring in her direction with a guilty look on my face. She narrows her eyes and I quickly walk away. Walk away from the wall, shifting my gaze to Jackson. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Stealth is not my thing, and I'm positive Alice is only going to like me less now. Out with what? I reply, walking towards history class and away from Alice at a fast pace. Jackson holds the classroom door open for me. The secret door, what did you find in there? Truthfully, I didn't go in. Scared? His blue eyes light up. I smile and slide into my seat. No, we came home late because Vivian dragged me all over town doing errands. And 10 minutes after we get home, our lights went out and wouldn't go back on. So basically you were waiting for me to go in with you. I feign annoyance at his amused expression. Settle, everyone, says Mr. Wardwell, taking off his blazer and hanging it over his chair. As many of you probably expect, our AP history class will play an active role in Salem's annual history fair by doing a historical reenactment. I'll assign you each a role today. Oh no. I can't even talk in front of my homeroom class of 20 people. Also, continues Mr. Wardwell, you will write an essay on a specific on a specific aspect of the witch trials. This is a group assignment. You'll work in pairs. Your homework tonight is to find a partner and a topic. He lifts a stack of papers to distribute. These are the format guidelines. This is not my day. Please just let me be a tree or something else with no lines. We are Sorry, I thought somebody said something. We are pairing with Miss Edelson's honors class for the performance, and the jobs will be distributed equally among you. Already read that. We are pairing with Miss Edelson's honors class for the performance, and the jobs will be distributed equally among you. Don't argue with me, and don't argue with me about your specific assignment. This isn't up for a vote. Now, this class is special. Hi, Cal. Now, this class is special, Mr. Wardwell continues, because we have actual descendants of the main players in the witch trials. I think it's only appropriate that they are given the opportunity to play them. Halfway through the sentence, my stomach jumps into my throat. No. This is horrible idea. My relatives played a big part in those trials. I can't do that. His eyes land on me. Samantha, I'm not wrong in assuming that you are related to Cotton Mather, am I? Everyone turns to get a good look at me. I slide down a few inches into my seat. Yeah, actually...
I did not know that. No, me neither. I got it yesterday on Instagram. Still love Abby. I just wanted to be happy. You don't have to wait for Friday to be happy.
I've never been happier to see anyone in my life.
Like the positives, don't they?
I'm sorry.
Your eye is drawn toward the show of positive stuff. Listen here. It's our most popular engagement. Maybe for good reason. Would you like to see it?
But, she got a box on it, too.
Excuse me, you want to see the box?
Yeah, I'm not crazy. I promise. I'm girlfriend. I feel myself to be better if I was thinking that I was going to say. Then she bought it. Then the other thing
Sweet.
so I just for the box. That's okay.
Seriously? You still haven't left yet? Come on, get back to work in an hour. You're right.
I'm looking to the moon with that.
Will you marry me? I didn't go through this last year.
Before you were making my dinner to the
Look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take it for granted. Most common side effects of nausea, constipation, and symptoms.
Keelan, I forget you get migraine medicine.
Big plans? Don't let allergies get in your way. This is Astapro Allergy. Astapro starts working in 30 minutes, while Flonase takes up to 12 hours. With Astapro's unbeatably fast allergy relief, you can Astapro and go.
This isn't just a box of candy. It's a backup plan I can count on wherever I live. One I can buy online and pick up in store, or get delivered same day. This isn't just a box of candy. It's proof that I've got this.
I would drown in candy.
I had over $36,000 in debt. If I would have just made the minimum payment, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off. National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe. National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
With National Debt Relief, you have a powerful team that knows how to talk to your credit.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
Having health insurance is important. So if anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check the mail for your renewal form. Complete the form. And mail it back right away, so you don't lose your coverage. If you do lose your coverage, visit healthcare.gov to see if you're eligible to enroll in a low-cost, quality health plan. Healthcare.gov.
New features in the Weight Watchers app just dropped. I'm not 60 pounds and I can still enjoy all of the foods that I love. Small changes lead to huge results. Weight Watchers' new app features can make your weight loss journey easier. So all you gotta do is you. Join Weight Watchers today.
Ooh, I love these. Oh, I'm actually refrigerator against. These are the most bestest bears ever. It will not be hard to tackle a goat bear because they're tiny. Oh, I'm gonna sip this one up. It tastes so good.
Instacart shoppers shop for you like you shop for you. So you.
A logo can do more than
It meaningful ways. Energize your team and inspire your customer.
you know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter.
And thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at forimprint.com.
For certain. At Consumer Cellular, you get the same cell coverage as the largest carrier for half the price. That's amazing. Barbara? Sorry, I was muted. That's amazing. I know, right?
Tonight, the action can't be contained in a massive six-man tag team match as main event Jey Uso and the New Day face Gunther and Imperium. These two teams just stand each other. Raw live tonight at 8, only on USA.
The number one show on cable is back every Tuesday at 8 from Bravo.
Just follow for the escalator. End of the year. You can't get to it. You just go home.
Daniel, can you hear me? We're ready to step out of here. 1, 2, 3. All right, kid, you're up. Got a pulse, guys. Daniel, can you hear me? You just get very stuck, okay? I want you to talk to me.
It was, my girl.
We're gonna talk to each other when you get. It's not good.
What's happening? Why are you laughing?
My day's good.
I'm saying this thing else happens for a while.
I lost my train of thought. I am so sorry, guys.
Alright, let's get him out of here. Chill, plan on. We're gonna leave it about it. Put the wires in the chain.
Okay, where was I? Not that long, but yeah, I did doze off, sorry.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so here, I remember where I was. Okay. Halfway through his sentence, my stomach jumps into my throat. No, this is a horrible idea. My relatives played a big part in those trials. I can't do that. His eyes land on me. Samantha, I'm not wrong in assuming that you're related to Cotton Mather, am I? Everyone turns to get a good look at me. I slide down a few inches in my seat. Yeah, actually, maybe someone else wants to play him. The two descendants in the class take a particular interest in me. Mr. Wardwell's forehead wrinkles. As I said, this isn't up for debate, Samantha. Sam, I correct him. I'm just really not a performer. This isn't about winning an acting award, Sam. It's about celebrating our history, and you will participate if you hope to pass this class. Well, that sucked. John and Lizzie, you'll play your ancestors, Mr. Wardwell says to the descendants. Great, says John. He shoots me a nasty look. Wait, John, was that whose grandfather died? Or great-grandfather died? I shift uncomfortably in my seat. Mr. Wardwell says a girl from says a girl from my homeroom in the front row. Her voice is high-pitched is high-pitched, and she grips her stomach. I need to use the bathroom. It's an emergency. Before he can reply, she runs from the room with her hand covering her mouth. Read your guidelines and I'll be back in a moment. Mr. Wardwell exits the room following the girl. Yo, Jax, says the guy with the lacrosse jacket sitting in front of me. You want a partner on this essay or what? Do you mean, do I want to write the whole thing while you eat all my food? and pass out covered in crumbs on my couch? Jackson asks. It's clear they're good friends. I mean, if you're offering, said the guy. No, man. I already told Sam I'd be her partner. Lies, says the guy. But I don't blame you. She's way cuter than me. He reaches out his hand and I take it. I'm Dylan. Sam, I say. And he kisses my hand and I pull it back. Pardon me. I say and he kisses my hand. I pull it back and he grins. Jackson shakes his head. Lizzie's bob swishes in my direction as she whispers something to John. I'm suddenly regretting listening to Alice's conversation. I kind of wish I wasn't on their radar at all. Mr. Wardwell steps back into the classroom. Everything's under control. He doesn't make it more than 2 feet before a guy from the homeroom pushes past him. Or apparently not. Oh crap. What are the chances 2 people from my homeroom are sick? Please let this be a coincidence. Whatever it is, don't let it be those pastries. And that's where I'm going to stop for right now. You know, funny thing is, I'm not really tired in response to the fact that I fell asleep. It's more just my eyes are tired, if that makes sense. What, Time Lord? Come here, silly girl. Wow. Okay, apparently she's gonna yell at me and then ignore me. That in my head's been throbbing all day. Like I'll be fine 1 minute and the next minute my head hurts. Morning, Alicia. How are you? Well, so much for my overdraft to have stopped there. Of course.
That's right, 1 billion. But don't take it from me. Listen to what these folks have to say. My rates never went up, and my covers never went down.
Friendly reminder, anybody who needs any makeup or wants any makeup, if you purchase anything from my unique page this month, you'll be entered to win something at the end of the month. Wow! Well, come here, Time Lord. Wow! I think that's Time Lord. Yep, Derek's over here. Hi, Time Lord. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Where, baby?
Introducing the new Weight Watchers app.
Wow!
I've lost 60 pounds and I can still enjoy all of the foods that I love. Small changes lead to big results. Weight Watchers new app features can make your weight loss.
You gonna come here?
So all you gotta do is you.
Join Weight Watchers today. Now for just $1.99, enjoy
Come on.
a Sonic quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Because we value
No?
just
Okay.
as much as we value tasty burgers, we decided to shrink the price of this melty fan favorite. In finance, they called it one heck of a deal. $1.99 Sonic quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
Case of emergency.
We can change the picture behind me now.
Your call. Are you ready for anything to come down?
We'll stick with that picture.
911 continues next on USA.
I thought you said we're helping your sister move. Don't look like she's back anything.
I lied about the whole thing. I mean, my sister was moving, it's just, she doesn't really have that much stuff. What's going on, bud? I asked you here because there's something I mentioned. You didn't say my vision, I just trust me. This woman is exactly what you need.
You know, some people really annoy the shit out of me. Hey everyone.
This is my friend. Ellen's finest home health care. She has years of experience now in giant bureaucracies. Thought she could help you figure out how to get Christopher what it needs.
I don't know. I don't control it. TikTok likes to control
Let's go sit down.
and filter things.
Besides that perfect home structure.
People's comments.
I'm actually looking for
Seeing you the other day, I spent months thinking about what I wanted to see, and you were there. My mind just went focus. I didn't know what to say.
I get it. That's why I'm here. So whatever you need is there, and I'm ready to hear it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you didn't continue. You have to relax. It's not right in this meeting.
It says there are 45 people in here, but nobody's talking. Of course, now I'm annoyingly wide awake.
Jenny did something that I wasn't.
Luna, baby.
Things that I've done.
You're okay.
I guess I always thought that it was just
More than enough.
So they,
I figured.
this,
Wow.
Very nice.
I really want you to have this.
well, I guess I just have to do it.
Hello, anybody out there? Of course. Yeah, looky there. Hello.
Truck, 14.
Pirogue, you just missed half the book. Not half of it, but several chapters.
We all get stuck from time to time. In our stuck on a page we haven't yet been able to turn.
This is really epic.
And when we're feeling stuck, or just a little too comfortable, if we're very lucky, someone will be there.
We started the book over again.
To give us a little push. Or taking the pants.
And I've decided that each day I'm gonna do a video letting everybody know when I'm gonna be reading.
Unstuck.
I figured you'd like that idea.
To help us get unstuck.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I didn't get it back on the hook. I've got to have somebody else do it. Everything I tried failed. Oh, damn.
I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to.
Hi, Cherry Bomb. I love that username. Okay, guys, it's 4:30. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep for a couple hours. I should be back sometime later this afternoon, and we'll do more reading. I'll see you guys later.
And then